Got Tom Dog video here in the pool in front of me and everything like that. Everything good. Quick, fast talking, because you know what? Some bullshit in the courts. Oh man, I've tried to keep myself so like anchored into the day, moving forward, all that stuff there. But you know what? Between talking to Wendy, seeing what's going on, hearing what's going on, and I'm beyond the point of disbelief because this judicial system has always kind of been questioned. But man, this fella Joe, I'm getting a good feeling about, on a couple different strands. Um, I'm gonna leave alone. We'll see what happens in time. But I do say that I'm getting good energy from the fella. He's structured in his delivery, and he doesn't seem like he moves in a degree of fear, which is great in that arena, because there's lions, tigers, bears, and liars over there, and so you need somebody to be able to disarm people, and so I think he's qualified for the job, and along with some prayer, I think that he's super qualified. So go get him, Joe. Um, what else? I can attack all the things that were being said, but I think, I'm accustomed to kids on a playground and the nonsense and the kids that used to be bullied and might have, certain things that they want to, sometimes people will lash out. They get, late in life, maybe bullied earlier in life, had a rough childhood, little quirkiness, little differences with themselves, maybe something in the closet. I have no idea. But you know what? Um, Whatever the people in the judicial system are dealing with, and the team who's going against all that's happening with the W, there's therapy for that, truly. And a lot of times people lash out because of their own insecurities and dealings. And I'm not clinical. I'm just saying, if you live for a while and look around the planet and get a little bit more curious as to what makes people tick, you start being able to disarm and understand people, whether or not you want to do it or not. We're not alone on the planet. So, you got to understand people, a little bit to your advantage. So, yeah, I know people like that. And I'm sure you do too. So I stay prayer. I stay prayerful. I pray for everybody. The good ones, the bad ones, the one who wears the white hats, the one who wears the black hats. You know, we all deserve a thought of kindness for direction. You know why? Because a lot of times when you line people up with where they need to be in a nice, safe space, it could make sure your path is nice and straightened up and free of debris. So you know what? The sooner they get their shit together, the better. And I'm praying for them. Now, as for Wendy, I believe that the fate is already written. We got the fella who flew in with the cape. Um, not trying to give him all the glory, but I'm saying, people go to college, people, do their thing and law school and things, and, they become a practitioner. They practice and they become very skillful depending on the environments. And I believe that fella's had his variety of strong names and strong dealings in the courtroom. And I believe he's sharp and ready for the challenge. I'm happy. I'm happy. And I'm going to swim on that note. Shaba, morning time, Apple. Tom Dog video, folks. We getting ready to do this. Up nice and early. My wife is getting ready to do her thing. I'm only 20% left on the battery, everybody. So um, I'm not going to swim too long this morning because I have additional things I'm going to be doing. Uh, but I do want to start off with a nice heap of strokes. A heap full of strokes. So let's go ahead and put them together, okay? Let's turn the camera around and I'll be in the water to join you all in just a moment, please. Just be patient. Shaba. Tom Dog videos. How about that? Ooh. a little chilly out here today. He said it's a little cold front coming. I don't know what or how cold, but I do know one thing. Can't let it stop you. Oh man. Nice. Nice. Chilly. I gotta start moving. Hopefully the sun starts shifting around, gets this cool heated up. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Strokes. Till the next time, everybody.